Hi everyone. Thanks for coming. Hi Taylen. Thanks for being here.
No, thank you everyone for coming. I'm very appreciative. Thank you.
Are you nervous? You're normally asking the questions.
I mean, obviously I'm a little nervous, but I can't let my nerves take over.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And it's good to see the other side of the coin, so you know in your next interview the stress and pressure of delivering the sparkle of a good interview. So we're in New York. I found out a minute ago you don't live here.
No, I don't.
Where
I
are
live
you
in
from?
Miami. I live in
Miami,
Miami,
Florida.
Yes.
We're sorry it's so cold. That's
Yeah.
not let's start sort of at the beginning. When did you start this incredible interview, social media-based career? Who were your first big interviews? How did this all get started?
Well, I was 18 months, kind of at 18 months, I modeled for the Kardashian kids.
Okay.
And that was like my first type of like modeling kind of thing.
And that was in Miami?
No, that was actually in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and then at 3, I came here. And I walked Sherry Hill as a special guest. And I think I was one of the youngest ever models to ever walk the runway, which was kind of crazy. Then when COVID kind of rolled in, I started doing like recaps of like the carpets and stuff. Like I wanted to talk about like the Grammys red carpet, the Oscars red carpet, the Met Gala red carpet. I always like wanted to talk about like the looks. And I was younger. I was like, oh my gosh, look at the colors. I love this. I love that. And I always be obsessed with Billy Porter's outfits too. Oh my gosh. Yes. And then after that, I got a big call from New York Fashion Week, and they wanted me to be the backstage host for them, which I was like interviewing like the designer, the models. So after that, I was interviewing and I was like, I kind of like this. So I started doing my own interviews, like my fast-paced interviews. And I was getting a little older and I kind of realized, I was like,
When you say a little bit older, how old is that?
I am maybe like 8 or 9.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm maturing a little bit, but I was like, I kind of want to do a little bit more, something different. But like, I wanted to do exclusive interviews, which I mean like sitting down with the person like we are tonight and actually having a conversation, more conversational, more genuine, and you actually have a moment with that person that you're interviewing. And I kind of like that concept a little better. So I've been doing my exclusives, and I also do my fast pace. I did not just say, oh, forget the fast pace. Like, no, I interview on the red carpet and everything. But I think, yeah, here I am.
Who were some of your biggest gets? Who are some of your early viral moments?
Ooh, okay. So my first like interview exclusive was DJ Khaled, which was really cool at his house, and he was super sweet. And after that, I was like, okay, let's keep going. I don't know yet, but then I interviewed Kris Jenner.
Okay.
Yes, and she really made me feel like, wow, like I really had that moment with her and like building our relationship and really talking to her, and it was just her and I in the camera, obviously, and it just felt really cool.
How old are you with the Kris Jenner interview?
I think I was 10 or 9. 9, I think.
And just as a reminder, everyone, she's not yet a teenager.
No,
I
I'm
called her a
not.
teen in the hall, and she said, not yet.
No. I love being young. I just want to stay young forever and ever and ever and ever.
You and me both. You've talked about a drive to dream big and chase your passions. At the age of 12, I feel sort of silly asking, when did you discover that? But can you tell me when you realized this life that you're leading and the job that you have is surreal? And what keeps pushing you to keep on doing more and more?
Well, obviously, it comes from inside my heart. But I kind of think it's when a lot of people ask me, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, wait a second. It's not just one thing. I want to do a lot of things. Like, I never want to be boxed. It's not like I just want to do one thing for the rest of my life. I want to act. I want to keep interviewing. I want to keep doing everything. And it even explains it when I'm at home. I'm like, Mom, can I cook? Can I organize this? Can I do this? I just like my mind's all over the place, I feel like. And even even too, like, my mom took a video of us when we were younger, my sister and I. She was 4 and I think I was 5, and she asked us, she's like, what do you guys want to be when you grow up? And this explains it. My sister said, oh, I want to be a singer. And then she asked me, and I'm like, I want to be a hairstylist. I want to be a makeup artist. I want to be a fashion designer. So I feel like I've always carried that with me in a way. So I just want to keep going and just do everything.
Have you found it easy to be in some of these rooms with all older, more experienced, I guess we can call them, adults? Or how do you maintain your youthful vivaciousness in the face of so many older adults?
Well, I don't know. When I come into these rooms, I always come with like a very relaxed kind of feeling and making them feel comfortable. But I also like to come into these rooms excited, and I'm just excited to talk to them and everything. But obviously, I'm a bit nervous and all of that stuff.
So Kris Jenner was a big interview. Is there a moment when you realize you can do this all the time?
I think it was, yes, when I interviewed Kris Jenner, because I was like, wait, okay, I like this. I was interviewing her, like I said, I really liked the way she was with me, and it kind of made me feel like, wait, I think I can keep going with this.
The interviews that I think have popped off the most were, of course, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Selena Gomez. You interviewed Jennifer Aniston. How did some of those interviews come to pass? And then, of course, when you book these interviews, how do you prepare for them?
Well, my team kind of does that. Those people over there, yeah, they do it for me. I know that sounds so bad, but yeah, so they do that, and then they ask me, do you want to do this? And I, of course, say yes, because I want to. But when I interview for my interviews and prep and everything, I always do research. I feel like research is very important to me. I like to know the person that I'm interviewing. I like to just maybe watch an interview that they've done so I kind of understand their energy, their vibe, and kind of where they are. And I know a little bit of their history or of what they've done. So I think that kind of helps me. And I kind of like to know their birthday and zodiac sign. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. My sister's a Pisces. My mom's a Virgo. And there's a lot of Virgos out there. So I like to interview. So I know how to communicate with those people.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
That's great. I watched recently your interview with Donatella Versace, which is incredible. But I was sort of amazed that you would know who Donatella Versace was. How do you prepare for someone like that? Who, of course, I'm a fashion writer, so in my world, Donatella has been an icon for longer than 12 years. How do you prepare for someone like Donatella?
Well, everybody's like, do you understand this is Donatella Versace? And I'm like, yes, I do. I mean, I can't lie. I did a lot of research. I mean, I watched everything about her. I watched a lot of interviews that she's done, kind of understand her story, her history. So yes, but my mom's like, this is Donatella Versace, okay? Like, we really got to understand who this person is. I'm like, I do. I'm really locked in. And when I met her, I was like, wow. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. I love you. And I'm like, Donatella Versace just said she loves me. I was like, okay.
She was very sweet in that interview. I think in a lot of other interviews, she's very guarded. And I think speaking to you, she was able to bring her guard down. I think she said when she was your age, that's when her brother started dressing her up.
Yes. And also, I think she felt very comfortable to open up with me. And I always try to bring that vibe. I always try to make sure that people feel safe and comfortable and feel like they can actually talk with me and actually have a conversation.
Let's talk a little bit about the different worlds that you now live in. So, of course, you live in this creator world, creator economy, however we're going to call it. But also, when you go back to Miami, you're still a 12-year-old girl. Do you switch off in your mind between these two worlds? Are you just like this when you're at home? Talk to me about the difference between these different parts of your life.
I mean, I don't think I really switch between them. I think just one side has cameras, the other doesn't. But I'm me either way. I'm a kid. I mean, I'm the same. I'm me.
Fantastic. We should have a camera all the time. How important is I met Josh, I met your father outside. How important is your family in helping you stay balanced? How does your family handle, you mentioned a younger sister. How are you balancing work and family at your age?
Well, I mean, my parents and my family keeps me grounded. I have a very small circle around me. I have maybe a couple friends, maybe 3 or 4, but I always make sure, they keep me grounded, like I said, and I'm very grateful to have them, and they support me through everything I do.
So far, what's been the best piece of advice you've been given?
From my mom, actually. She says, always shine from within. I think that's the best advice I've ever gotten, because it is about shining the light from inside. And also staying in the present is very important. When you're in these moments, take it all in. Make sure you're part of that moment with that person or whatever you're doing. And she also says breathe, which I was doing out there. I was really nervous. I can't lie. But when I came out here just now, I felt very confident, but not overconfident. And obviously we have nerves, but yeah.
One of the things I know that you wanted to talk about tonight was your creator playbook. Tell me a little bit about what that is, how you put that together, and what are some of the guiding principles?
Well, I mean, I do interviews. I mean, I do this, I do that, I do acting. So I kind of just try to, like I said, I do a lot of research in my interviews. I do a lot of things, yeah.
It's funny because the creator economy is a new and novel concept to probably most of the people in this room. I went to journalism school before, I'm really dating myself now, before Facebook was invented, before Instagram was founded. It's surreal to think about a generation, which is your generation, that will grow up knowing a world that has only had a creator economy and careers like influencers. Did you ever think about, are you aware that this is a new business and a new business model and that you are pioneering a new space?
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I mean, did you ever think that when you're doing interviews, I guess, do you see a difference between Instagram and television?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, on television, you are acting, you're in a movie or anything, but also Instagram is, it's kind of the same in a way, but maybe not, but I'm not really on social media.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm not on social media.
The team manages that too.
Yes, they do.
Have you ever had a moment where a celebrity has surprised you with their answer?
Ooh, okay. Yes, I have a story for this one. So I think this is kind of still like a later surprise till this moment. It's still questionable. I'm still questioning it. I don't know why. I'm still trying to understand it. But I was interviewing Travis Kelce at the Chiefs ring ceremony in June in 2023. There we go. I got my date. And I was interviewing him, and I asked him a very simple question. A lot of people think this question's kind of hard, but I see it's simple. But describe your style in 3 words, right? And he's like, fearless, diverse, and fun. I'm like, wait a second. Back up. Fearless? Come on, I'm a Swiftie. I know. I that's her album, and that's her song, okay? I was like, but hear me out on this one. They started secretly dating in July. So, and this was in June. And she also had her concert in Kansas City in July. So I'm like, was he thinking about her, or was he just thinking, I don't know. I was like, I still maybe want to ask him that question, be like, were you thinking about Taylor, or were you guys like dating during that time? Like, just
maybe
curious.
He was sending some signals out. Maybe he was trying to communicate.
Yeah, maybe through the content.
Through you.
That's true. That's true.
That's great. See, most sports journalists talking to Travis Kelce would not have known. See, that's why we got to keep, different people on the ground over there.
Yes.
When you're mid-interview and you pick up something like that, and you don't expect a question, do you follow your instincts? Tell me a little bit about your process. Do you try and just go to the next question? What's going through your head in the middle of these interviews?
Okay, so I actually had an experience, unfortunately, that didn't go as well. I was interviewing. I was mid interview with Shabuzi at the AMAs, and okay, let's just say that didn't go too well. The interview was great. Everything was good. And you know that mic that goes up on top of people? It's called the boom mic, and it collects all the audio. I don't know, but it collects all the audio and stuff. And it literally drops on Shabuzi's head. I'm like, are we serious right now? And it was not my production crew. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. I felt so bad. And I knew I was like, no, let's not end the interview for a second. Like, we got to make sure if he was okay. And, like, I didn't want him to be, like, mad at me or my crew. I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, I am so sorry. Do you mind if we get back to the interview? He's like, yeah, okay. I was like, I felt really bad. And then at the end, I was like, are you okay? Like, you promised. He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, okay, I'm just saying. And I was like, okay, let's make sure we keep that boom up next for the next interviews, because I was interviewing on the carpet and I just felt really bad, and that was not a cute moment, let's just say.
But you kept it going.
Yeah, I did. But I also wanted to make sure he was okay, so obviously I didn't want him to get mad or something, so.
Shabuzi's a tall guy. Did they put you on an apple box? What's production look like?
Well, for production, I actually had this really tall thing. I actually felt really tall. I was actually taller than my dad, and he's 6'5". So, it was like this really big thing. It was probably taller than this. It was a purple cube. It was actually way bigger than an apple box, but that kept me. It made me feel really tall, and it makes it easier for interviews, because like I'm usually like this. And it's kind of hard, especially when I'm interviewing like at the Chiefs ring ceremony, and these guys are so tall. I'm like, hi. Yeah, it's like, and especially when I'm doing like holding mics, that's why I'm like, let's do clip-ons, okay?
What are some? I mean, you do it all. You do production. You look at you. You know exactly what you're doing. What are some questions that you always ask? What are some of your go-to questions in these interviews?
My go-to questions, I mean, I know this question. I love this question because it kind of gets you get a lot out of it. Like, what do you do on those days that you don't feel like creating, and how do you get that inspiration back? I feel like that's such a cool question, because like you get to know how they get re-inspired again, and I feel like that would be really cool to hear that from someone. Also, I feel like tell us the story behind your look tonight, because like you get to know behind the scenes, like maybe the dress broke or something. I needed to get a new one. Like you get different things. Oh, I was running late, blah, blah, blah. So you get a little bit to know, behind the scenes behind that. So I kind of like that too.
You like fashion a lot, right?
Oh, I do. I absolutely do.
Were you always always, you're so young, but when did you start loving fashion as much as you do now?
Ooh, okay. So I think as early as I can remember, I think when I kind of found my identity of like fashion and my style in a way, it was during New York Fashion Week. I was around 6, and I think that was when I did the thing for New York Fashion Week backstage. So I think it was around that. I'm pretty sure. So I was going to the blonde show, and I put on this Balmain jacket. It had high shoulders, and I was obsessed, all right? I put it on. I look in the mirror, and I'm like, I really like this. I feel really good. And I felt so good and felt so confident in my own skin. I was like, I think I really like this. So I feel like that kind of explains today. I wear a lot of like blazers and things that made me feel empowered and I feel confident in. I definitely give this boss look that I try to express. I feel like, yeah.
It's working. You're a boss.
Thank you.
But a lot of designers, I'm trying to think of which designers make fabulous, I guess you would be a junior, like a lot of these brands, like Ralph does juniors. I think Versace has kids.
Yeah, I think so.
You need to start commissioning special pieces. I'll help you with that. We'll talk after the interview.
Yes.
If you were going to give advice to someone who wanted to follow in your footsteps, if there's another 6-year-old out there, what are some of the things that you would tell someone just starting out doing what you're doing?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, I definitely think you have to be confident. Obviously, we're all going to have nerves, and that's okay. All right, everyone? That's good. We're all human. We all have nerves. But don't let them take over you, because that will take away your light, and that will take away your confidence immediately. And that almost happened to me tonight, and I did not let it happen. But yes, I think you have to be confident. You have to be you. Stay true to yourself. And also, I think consistency is very important. Also, third, I feel like just shine from within, stay in the present, and you're good.
And you're good.
Yes.
Of course, you've interviewed so many people already, but let's do a little manifesting. Who is on your dream list? Who's out there?
Well, I feel like a lot of people kind of knows this answer is Taylor Swift.
Okay. Well, you can ask her about that fearless question. We can get some clarity on this issue.
But hear me out. I feel like it would need Travis there too, because I was really starstruck when I met her at the Grammys. I've never been starstruck in my whole entire life.
Taylor is the only one that has got you starstruck so far.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm always confident when I walk into these rooms with these people. I'm like, okay.
But you met Taylor.
Yeah, I met her at the Grammys, and I don't think I was mentally, physically, emotionally there. I was just
You
I
left
was
your
like,
body.
yeah, I don't know. I moved, and I was like, Taylor, I need a photo. Yeah, and she's amazing. But I definitely want to interview with her. Anna Wintour.
All right.
I love Anna Wintour. She's always been an inspiration to me. I feel like I've always loved her since a very young age. Then third, I would definitely have to say, I know this sounds a little weird, but Jimmy Fallon. Because
Okay.
I've always wanted to go on his show. And I always wanted to do something with him. But I feel like if we did an interview, like a kind of like a collab, like sitting down together on his show, like me interviewing him and him interviewing me, kind of like what we're doing, but
bigger and better because it's Jimmy Fallon.
no,
I got it. No, it's okay.
no. But kind of doing like a kind of like a combo interview, and it'd be really fun. And like
He's
maybe
also
do
very
challenges.
musical. Like maybe you could sing together or something. You could.
I don't think I'm the best singer. My sister sings. Singer, yeah. She definitely wants to get into singing. I think she would have the better voice than me.
Well, we'll see. Well, maybe he can host like a karaoke sing-off. We'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
Later. We'll talk about. If you could host your own talk show tomorrow, would those be your first 3 guests?
No, I'll tell you why.
All
I
right.
would want to go back. I would want to go back to the beginning, because I feel like it would be very special to bring, like, my first one would be probably like Kris Jenner, because I feel like these are the people who taught me lessons to make me better. I feel like Kris Jenner, she made me feel like, wow, I really like what I'm doing. She made me fall in love with interviewing because she was so sweet and kind with me. Also, I would say Selena Gomez, because she's the one who really taught me how to, like, I feel like she's the one who taught me, like, I always try to bring this feeling of, like, safetiness, and she made me feel that way. She made me feel safe, made me feel comfortable and everything, and I felt like I want to give that feeling to other people too, right? So I feel like her. And then third, I would have to say Cynthia Erivo.
Okay.
Because Cynthia is so down to earth. She's amazing, and she's so sweet, and I feel like I have a lot to learn from her, and she gives the best hugs. I love her.
I'm happy that you've already got your lineup. You're ready to go.
Yes,
We're ready to go. Let's talk a little bit. We're at the Paley Center, so we can talk a little bit about modern media. With such a large platform at such a young age, do you feel a responsibility in the kinds of stories you tell people? Is there a sense of responsibility to what you're putting out in the world?
Well, obviously, responsibility, but I also care about my community. I care about what people have to say, and I also try to showcase things that actually have a purpose.
That's great. What would you? There's such a disconnect, I think, generationally, and I'm going to ask this like a way that won't even offend myself. I was gonna say, what do you want older people, which I identify as, what would you want older people to know about what you do and how you do it, and generationally, what do you think people my age and above should know about speaking to your generation?
Well, I feel like a lot of I'm not including you, okay? And no
I'm
one
fine.
in this room. But this is just adults in general. I feel like they think we're not listening to them. I feel like they think, oh, like, are you paying attention? Even today, my dad's like, are you listening? I'm like, yes, I am. I am listening.
Was she listening, Dad? All right.
I was. But I think a lot of adults think that we are not listening, but we are taking like the room and we're looking at everything. We are just trying to take it all in. We have our phone next to us, and there's a lot going on, but we're also taking it in at a very fast pace, faster than them. And when they're talking to us, they're like, "Are you listening?" Like, yes, I am. I'm just looking everywhere. It doesn't mean if I'm not looking at you, I'm not listening. So I think that's what adults, not including anyone in here, but it kind of don't understand.
Got it. Okay, so you're always listening.
Yeah.
The kids are all right, and they're always listening.
Yeah, I would say so. I hope so.
Okay. Do you continuing as a creator?
Absolutely.
What are the next hurdles for Taylen Biggs over here?
I feel
after Taylor and the others.
Well, I definitely want to be an actor. I just want to do it all. Like, I want to have my own talk show. I want to keep interviewing. I want to do I want to be a fashion designer. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? Fashion designer. I just want to do it all. I just want to explore as I get older and just have fun with it. Really have fun.
We're finishing up with me. I think there's a surprise after me, but I've been asked to give you a lightning round.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask you some, I think 5 questions here, just a few questions, and tell me the first thing that comes to mind. I'm sure you would anyway, so I don't know why I had to specify that. Favorite interview question you've ever asked?
Okay, I'm going to say, what do you do on those days that you don't feel like creating, and how do you get that inspiration back?
All right. Dream red carpet.
Met Gala. All right, Met Gala.
This one's not on here, but I'm going to ask, what is your fantasy outfit on your fantasy red carpet?
Wait.
Like, what would you wear to the Met Gala?
Ooh, I like this. I would definitely maybe wear something like, I know this sounds weird, but I would want to wear something custom, like something like...
You deserve custom, Taylor. It's the Met Gala. I'm not going to wear off the rack. Don't even think about...
I would want to wear something that, like, it's my first time coming, and I really want to, like, just have fun with it. But I don't know. I feel like I would have to really think about it.
All right.
Yeah.
I won't put you on the spot. Favorite designer?
I really, really, really love Jonathan Anderson, what he's doing. I mean, wow, incredible. I would say Jonathan Anderson right now.
I'm going to tell Donatello you said that.
And Michael Kors. Michael Kors is my best friend.
There we go. One celebrity everyone says you have to interview next.
Taylor Swift, and also Leighton Meester, because everybody says I look like her.
Oh, I can see that. If you were this is the last one. If you were interviewing yourself, what's the one, and with AI, one day you can, what's the one question you'd ask that I haven't? Oh, this one's about me. What haven't I asked that you want to be asked?
What people don't know about me?
Well, let me ask you right now. What do people not know about you, Taylen?
That people think I have rich parents, and that's not true. I come from very humble beginnings, and my mom came from Colombia at 13 to here, to not in New York, but to the United States, came to Florida, and my dad was born and raised in Florida, Delray, and he's an electrical contractor. My mom is my momager, and my family and I slept in one room for a very long time, and I think that's what a lot of people don't know about me. So I don't have rich parents, okay?
Well, we admire your hustle, Taylen. Okay, so Taylen, we've been talking all night about how you show up in these big moments, so we thought, why not create one? Let's put your interview skills to the test.
Okay.
Before we bring out our surprise guest, what's the first thing you look for when you meet someone you're about to interview?
Vibes. You gotta match them. The energy. I mean, yeah, that's my little back pocket kind of thing.
Vibes.
Vibes, yeah.
Vibes.
And energy. I'm someone that really tries to understand the energy of the person. They're more high, low, med. Just gotta meet them there, okay?
All right. Well, it's my pleasure to welcome an accomplished actress and my friend, Kelly Rutherford. I hope she's here. You all know Kelly's work from Melrose Place, Dynasty, and especially Gossip Girl. Okay, she's here, thank God. That would have been really awkward.
Yeah, that would have been.
Like her character on Gossip Girl, Kelly embodies elegance. She is a true style icon.
She is.
Kelly shares her impeccable sense of fashion with millions of followers on Instagram, and she has her own jewelry and fragrance partnerships. Please welcome Kelly Rutherford.
Oh, well, thank you for having me here.
Stunning.
You do too. You look so great.
Thank you.
How old are you again?
I am 12.
12. Oh my God.
Well, the most important question here, are you ready? Are you ready for this moment? Are you ready? Yes. Okay, she seems ready. All right, so I just want to say thank you so much for sitting down with me tonight and having a conversation with me. But I always like to ask this and ask a big question, like in my interviews. So, what feels big to you right now about this moment or right now?
Well, just being here with you is really big for me. I'm really excited that you invited me here and the Paley Museum and the charity, everything. And the audience, thank you all for being here. This is all very big for me. This is a big surprise.
Yes, it is. When they told me, I was like, wait, what?
I know, I was too.
Yes, you've become such a presence in fashion. Do you feel like fashion chose you or you chose it?
I think it was both. I definitely think it was both. I just love magazines, and I just would put images up on the wall and like create worlds for myself, because we didn't have TikTok, we didn't have anything, we had no social media. All we had and we had to wait for the magazines to come out. So it was such a different time.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like I'm an antique on vintage. So yeah, I know it was a very different time. I mean, Gossip Girl, Instagram just started the last few months of Gossip Girl, it came out.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to do with it, so yeah, different time.
This year marks 20 years of Gossip Girl. Did you know it would shape a whole generation?
No, I had no idea. I thought we would do it, and when it ended, I thought, okay, maybe people will still like it. What do you think it is? What do you think it is that it's kind of still going or liked?
Well, I feel like Gossip Girl is just so iconic in a way. So I feel like I think it will never get old. It will never get old, Gossip Girl.
Why?
Because it's iconic.
It's iconic. I love the word again. Oh, you're so wonderful.
Thank you. You've become such a style reference for so many people. How would you describe your personal style in 3 words?
Comfortable, classic, and evolving. Ever evolving.
I love those 3 words. I really like the last one. It's okay. Everybody understands. The mic, we all understand. When you were creating your fragrance, what feeling did you want people to have as soon as they put it on?
Joy.
I love that.
I want it to be uplifting, joyful.
Of course, you want them to feel good as soon as they put it on. I love this. I love that. What's one piece of advice you live by every day?
Just do your best, because every day is different. So your best every day will be different.
It will. Finally, I'm 12 years old. What would you say to your 12-year-old self at this very moment in your life?
To enjoy life, to keep love in your heart always, and to be the light like you're being the light right now.
Oh, thank you. No, you're the light.
You're the
You're the light. She's the light, everyone. You're the light tonight. So thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Really.
No, thank you. I'm very appreciative.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you.